it's all on the WWE Network. You can find it. It's not like they pretty much blackballed her. So
she's not Benoit.
Yeah, she's not Benoit. And as crappy as that is to say, they literally cut him out of everything, whereas she's still there. So, do I want to see her in the Hall of Fame? Absolutely. She does deserve it, but I can understand from what Will's point was why they didn't do it. And quite honestly, if she were still alive and she was inducted now and still alive and all that, the WWE fans are never happy.
No.
Because they will turn around and say shit, and even if she's inducted now that she's passed away, they will say stuff like, well, it's about time she was inducted, but it's just a shame that it had to come to this. And I mean, a lot of people are actually ragging on the WWE right now because people are left, right, and sideways coming out and, sending their condolences and acting like, this is the biggest tragedy of our time, and they turn around and say, well, they weren't talking about her when she was alive. Well, you know what? They're being human. They are human beings, and so is she. You can't sit here and act like it's not a sad thing. She was a part of the company. She was a part of their legacy. They are not going to forget that. They never have forgotten that. It was just difficult to deal with the whole thing surrounding her problems that could have been bad repercussions for the Hall of Fame when they were airing it. So it's really sad to me that she has to suffer by not being in the Hall of Fame when she was alive, but it's even sadder that you can't please any of the audience because they're gonna shit talk whether you like it or not.
I think the thing for me about this whole thing that is the saddest, I don't know, the saddest part of this for me is I was on social media when the news broke about Chyna, and at first I'm just like, wait, what? Seriously? Is this actually a real thing? And then immediately people are jumping on the WWE, how inconsiderate and how disrespectful are you to not say something about, Chyna's passing not even 10 minutes after the story broke. It was 1:30 in the morning Eastern time. And it's I don't know if you realize this or not, but they're people too. They're not always, and they're busy people. It's not like they disrespected her by not posting immediately. And again, it goes back to the fact that WWE fans are not satisfied no matter what you do. And I don't think there will ever be where everyone is happy.
Nope.
That being said, though, we are obviously very torn about this whole situation. And as a recovering addict myself, as a person who deals with depression and anxiety on the daily, I sympathize, and my heart is broken for everything that she's had to deal with. And, whether you believe in God, whether you believe in spirituality, whether you believe in an afterlife, there comes a point where you have to hope that if there is something that she finds that peace that she so desperately needed.
Absolutely.
And, it's such a hard subject to talk about, like Julie said, and, we're not going to spend a lot of time on this. We've already been on it for quite what feels like forever. Only because
I didn't want to spend too much time on it. I wanted to at least get it out there, give our condolences, and talk briefly about it because it is a hard topic to talk about. And it only got worse because the next day we lost an icon in music. And that just made everything worse. I mean, this entire week has been shit as far as that sort of thing is concerned.
Yeah, it's been left, right, and center. Obviously, the Chyna news was so shocking, and absolutely wrecked an entire community. But I don't think I even had time to process it before my child had died. So I'm just completely mentally fucking checked out from this entire week.
What's so weird for me though is like this is the third fucking week in a row that we had to report that somebody from the wrestling community died.
Yeah, like
And I'm just
I'm
waiting for next
so
week.
done.
I'm
I'm
like
so done.
Death needs to take a vacation. I'm so fucking over this. And like there have been a lot of really shitty things that have happened in my hometown. Like one person lost their life today because they were in an automobile accident. 3 people that were in the car with them were injured and they needed the jaws of life just to get out of the car. My grandmother's readmitted into the hospital because of complications from what's going on with her. It has been a very, very stressful week for everybody. It's also been very depressing,
Yeah.
which it's kind of sad considering the fact that like the programming for Raw and SmackDown and NXT have been so good. So we're gonna shift gears and we're gonna get into actually talking about stuff from this week instead of just staying on the bad, because if we do that, it's just gonna be an hour and a half of crap.
Yeah.
Will does have another pre-recorded segment which actually covers stuff going on with Raw, and it is funny as hell.
It's so good.
Do you want me to play that now? Because that's 10 minutes of hilariousness.
Honestly, yeah, let's do it because it was definitely there. Let's just say there's a reason why Will is the chosen one of Heel Section 119.
Yeah,
and
he's on the right show.
This in a nutshell is why we absolutely love that kid.
I think it also is very good to talk about stuff after this, because a lot of the topics that we have for tonight, which we actually have structuredized topics this week, it's fucking ridiculous. I can't believe we actually did it.
We figured if the WWE was working, we might as well too.
Yeah, that's so true. So here is Will's 10-minute lollygag into what happened this week, titled "Raw Doesn't Suck."
Hey guys, do you remember when Raw sucked? 'Cause I don't. We've had like a solid 2-3 weeks of Raw, and it's fucking beautiful. It's almost like watching 3 hours of NXT. Not really, I'm still gonna go NXT over Raw, but it's fucking getting there. It's getting a fuck ton better, and that's beautiful, and it actually makes me surprisingly hyped for Payback. I'm more hyped for Payback than I was for fucking WrestleMania, and that's saying something. I'm only gonna hit on a couple things this week. None of them are really the uphill workings of Raw booking. I'm just gonna hit on some highlights that I've seen throughout the week. Can we talk about Bullet Club for a fucking minute? Can we talk about how this is fucking real? Can we talk about how we've seen AJ Styles, Machine Gun Carl Anderson, and Doc Gallows on TV at the exact same fucking time, and our heads didn't fucking cave in, like a black hole didn't open in that fucking arena and just take us all with it? Like, that's fucking beautiful. And that literally just gets me hyped for whatever the fuck is about to happen. I'm pretty much calling that AJ will not win the title. They're dead set on Roman as the guy, not the bad guy, not the good guy, but the guy. Okay? They're set on that. But with Bullet Club now in the mix, I want to know what the fuck is going to happen. Which is going to lead me to my next point. The last time a title changed hands at a house show was in 1994 at Madison Square Garden, and it was Diesel winning the belt. 1994, Madison Square Garden, Diesel. That sounds right. Like you could firmly believe that Diesel would win at a house show, especially the World Heavyweight title. Fast forward 2016, in Lowell, Massachusetts, Lowell, not even Boston, not even at the fucking Gardens, in Lowell, Massachusetts, Samoa Joe beats Finn Balor for the NXT title. What the fuck? First off, I'd want to watch that match. I want to fucking watch it. I don't want to see highlights from someone's fucking phone where it's all grainy and Joe looks 8-bit. Like, I want to fucking watch the match. But it fucking happened. A minute before the match ended, Finn, quote-unquote, rolled his ankle, and the ref held up the X like, shit got real, can we get a guy out here? And then Joe won it. So, on one coin, people are going, oh, well, Finn got hurt, it might be serious, so they gave Joe the belt. But then, things start popping up on the internet, and you question it. Finn walked out completely fine. His ankle had no issue at all. He bowed to the crowd as a symbol of respect, which I know Finn usually does anyway, but the way he was bowing, it almost seemed like a goodbye. And then he tweets out, thank you NXT, Lowell, thank you for the night. And who fucking else but Kevin Owens tweets, see you soon, buddy, which really got people fucking talking. Next thing that comes out is a video of Finn walking out of the arena and looking at the crowd and going, see you guys Monday, which I know Finn is the biggest fucking troll, like, on the fucking internet for social media, but now you gotta fucking wonder, like, are they fucking doing it? Are we getting him on main roster? Because if so, main roster's fucking stacked. And half the people that are injured, you don't even need them to come back. Like, Kid can stay home. He needs to stay home. He's fucking beat the fuck up. Cena, do we really need back? Because they're just gonna try and put him in the fucking main event again. And you have enough people. But, I mean, in the past couple weeks, who have the call-ups been? Who have the debuts been? We got Cruz, we got Corbin, we got Enzo and Cass, we got the Vaude villains, Bullet Club debuts, Cesaro comes back, Rollins is fucking in the shadows, he's ready, Rollins is ready, they're just waiting for the right fucking time. So you just have to think, if Finn gets the call-up, what the fuck is going to happen? And people are saying, well, it's obvious they're going to bring him in with fucking Bullet Club. He's going to work with Bullet Club. And other people are going, well, that's stupid. They're not going to throw him straight into the main event. Because they did that with a lot of people. But they're not just going to throw him into the main event. They're not going to throw him into the main storyline. That's stupid. Why would you do that? And I'm going to get to that. But that's a spoiler for next week. Because Julie asked me to do a little something, and I told her I would. The night before Payback. So tune in next week, and you'll be getting a treat. And the last thing I'm going to touch on, there's been a picture circulating around of a title that's being made, quote unquote, unquote. It's similar to the winged title back in the 90s or so. It's silver, it has WWE logo on it, the new WWE logo, it says World Heavyweight Champion. And people are really confused. Like, we just got a world title, a year and a half, 2 years ago. We got it when, like, Brock came around. He was the one that started the new title. I don't really know where to go with it, honestly. People are saying that the title that they have now is too big and too clunky looking and doesn't look right. Of course, there's the rumor of brand split coming. We're getting a brand split. Finally, we're getting another brand split. It's getting split again. People are going to get utilized, blah, 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 blah. And for people that are saying brand split, I just have a really simple message for you guys. And it's, fuck you. The brand split was shit. The brand split was fucking awful. I was alive. I was there for the birth of the brand split. I was there for the death of the brand split. And a lot of people that want the brand split are like 13-year-old kids that want to see Roman dominate a show for 5 fucking years. Fuck you. Full out, fuck you. You're a filthy fucking piece of shit human being. And the fact that you're even teasing the thought of a brand split means that you're a fucking masochist. And I fucking hate you. The brand split... just to sum it up really quick, in case people weren't around for it, were not born, didn't watch it, praise you, you fucking missed a bullet. The brand split was designed to utilize more talent and get people more pushed and give them chances that they normally usually didn't have. John Cena